When the drum beats, brother Piao makes his dazzling entrance. At the blind date event, an unexpectedly beautiful goddess appears, immediately rejecting the main suitor and setting her sights on the handsome friend he brought along. Piao tries to pull a forced PUA move to turn the situation around, but ends up getting a sharp scolding. One lonely heart, two people at fault, and with the friend also interested in her, what will he choose? In today's episode, let's watch this three-way blind date together. Hello everyone, my name is Guo Mao. I'm 24 years old and 1.70 meters tall.
因为他高一点，长了一点。
Piao said, opening his introduction. To sum it up, he earns little, is short, and still wastes hair masks. When it comes to his partner preferences, he's very straightforward. In terms of height, if she's about the same as me, that's fine. And preferably, she should have some artistic talent. Dancing, painting, music, that kind of thing. If every toad were this confident, there probably wouldn't be any swans left in the world. This time, Piao didn't come alone. He brought two friends, a man and a woman, for support. The host, of course, didn't miss the chance to stir things up and proposed the old choose between two trick. Seeing the comparison, only a blind woman wouldn't notice. Wearing a white dress, she approached gracefully and naturally mistook the handsome friend for the suitor. I also didn't want to choose wrong, but he's so handsome. He's taller, seems smarter, and I have some requirements, she said, making her interest in the friend clear. When she found out the real suitor was Piao, the disappointment was written all over her face. Once she regained her composure, she went straight to the host and asked to end it. He doesn't meet my criteria. I don't want a boyfriend who's shorter than me. Even after repeatedly saying she wasn't interested in Piao, the host tried to argue. Think about it. You haven't even gotten to know the guy yet, and you already want to leave. If it were the other way around, would you feel good? Wouldn't it be more polite to learn about his work, talk a bit, and then decide? Reluctantly, she stayed, but the atmosphere had already soured. Looks like you think you've got the upper hand, that you can win someone over easily, huh? Piao provoked. Then he dropped this. Nowadays, there's this popular online show where women remove their makeup. Would you dare take yours off right now? The guest began to get irritated. You're not Li Jiaqi. Why should I take my makeup off for you? Piao, ordinary but confident, had met a fighter ready to counterattack. And you, what do you have that could attract me? I'm not very tall or very handsome, but I think I'd be attentive in many aspects. But I can do all of that for myself, maybe even better than you. Unable to win on looks or status, Piao went for the inner qualities card. I'm a man with depth. As your partner, I'd take you out and capture every beautiful moment, taking gorgeous photos of you. But I'm a homebody. I don't go out for that. And to take pictures with a guy, he needs to be handsome, right? She shot back. Realizing she wasn't his ideal artistic girl, Piao dropped the act and did the unthinkable. Offered for her to talk to the handsome friend instead. I think you and I would be a better match. After all, to keep life moving, sometimes you have to accept a little green on your head. Piao stepped aside, and the friend sat next to her. Handsome and elegant, the chemistry was obvious. What do you think of me? She asked. You're pretty and calm. Although smitten, the friend knew she was his buddy's date. Sensing the situation might turn into rivalry, the female friend in the group stepped in. I think it's wrong to point out someone's flaws in front of everyone. That kind of thing should be said privately. She wasn't fond of the guest either. You seem too concerned with appearances. I think it'd be better to find someone more focused on keeping a home. Almost saying, look at me. She sold herself. No makeup, frugal, and good-natured. Piao still tried to justify himself. I know. But you're already 27. First impressions aren't everything. Even though he liked her, the friend chose to walk away. Alone, the guest heard the host say, when women choose a man, they look at many criteria. But men also don't just look at appearance. In her head, there was only one thought. I don't regret it. Not one bit. Thank you, ancestors, for getting me out of this. Look, after watching this blind date, it's hard not to laugh and at the same time, not to reflect on how certain social dynamics repeat themselves in such a predictable pattern. We see three main characters here. The main suitor, who showed up with that inflated confidence, thinking that inner qualities would make up for his lack of height, looks, or status. But reality is cruel. In the dating market, especially in public formats like this, first impressions work like an instant filter. And there's no point philosophizing about getting to know someone better, because in real life, people decide quickly, and more often than not, they decide based on the packaging. The female guest doesn't escape criticism either. She's direct in saying she's not attracted and doesn't want to waste time, and that is, in part, honesty, but it's also pure superficiality, showing that this selective search for standards is sometimes just a polite way of saying, I want someone with the status and looks to elevate me socially. It's the classic, must have the full package, and in the end, that closes many doors before a real conversation can even begin. The handsome friend? Maybe the only one who showed some awareness of the situation. Even though he was interested, he realized that a minimum level of loyalty and self-control is worth more than a fleeting conquest. But you can also tell that if the circumstances were different without the bond of friendship, the ending could have been very different. And the female friend in the group? She was the one who tried to bring order, but also took the opportunity to pitch herself as the alternative option. And that shows that in human interactions, everyone is, in some way, playing their own game, whether to gain attention or to reinforce their own image. In the end, this date is a microcosm of what we see out there: competition, quick selection, constant comparison, and, of course, a lot of superficial judgment. Everyone there walked away with some kind of personal victory, even if it was just the feeling of dodging something they didn't want. And that's why this kind of show is so addictive. It doesn't just show dates, it brutally exposes how we think, choose, and even how we protect ourselves emotionally. It's entertainment, but it's also a mirror that, sometimes, we pretend not to recognize. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and share it with that friend who loves analyzing other people's dates. See you in the next video.